Georgia is supposed to be one of the best teams in the country and certainly the class of the SEC Eastern Division. They were not on this day. MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, following South Carolina's win in double overtime in Athens at a stadium on a field in which Notre Dame went and ventured in and did not get the victory. South Carolina, coming in at 2-3, did as a 24.5-point underdog against Georgia. So I just reviewed the game, went through all the stats, the game summary, the team stats, the box score, and certainly watched all the key plays in the condensed version of this game to try to highlight what happened to the Dogs against an overmatched, or what should have been an overmatched, South Carolina team. Georgia, not just in regards to talent and speed on the outside and the so-called skill positions, but a Georgia offensive line that's supposed to be near the best in the country and a defensive front that would have seemed to have had a huge advantage on that side of the trenches as well against South Carolina, did not perform. These are the plays that lost the game for Georgia. Would love to get your insight as well. And if you love college football, lock it in right here. Like, comment, share the videos, and subscribe here at MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football. One of the first two drives of the game, Eli Wolf dropped a pass, just flat out dropped a pass on a Georgia drive in which he would have gained at least 20 yards, and Georgia had to punt. The reason I point this out is that dropping passes, and I'm talking about just flat out drops, when there is not a defender in the area and it's just basically pitch and catch, those kill drives. There are only so many drives in a football game. Even with the up-tempo, fast-paced offenses of today, a possession is critical. But in this type of game where you have two more conventional type offenses and a regularly paced game, the possessions are crucial. That kills a possession right there. South Carolina's first touchdown to go up 7-3. Brian Edwards up top, down the left sideline, 50-yard touchdown play. So what happened on that play? Well, Devon Wilson bit. He bit on the out. Edwards burned him. So bad play by the cornerback in playing not the safe coverage, but he bit on the fake out. It was textbook. Richard LeCount playing safety, got over way too late. Edwards caught it, streaked down the sideline for the touchdown. So poor cornerback and safety combination play for Georgia on the first South Carolina touchdown. Jake Fromm came into this game with no interceptions in 5 games and 111 pass attempts. Jake Fromm's a senior quarterback. He's known for not making mistakes. Some people call him a game manager. I would say that a top 10 pick in the NFL draft would not necessarily be a game manager, but because of the style of offense, that's what his numbers look like. But he certainly doesn't make mistakes. He prevents mistakes, but not on this day. His first major mistake was throwing off his back foot. So Javon Kinlaw of South Carolina beat Isaiah Wilson, beat him badly, broke through the line. So Fromm was under duress, but he chose to try to fit in the football on the right sideline. And Israel Mukwamu, who turned out to be basically the star, not just in this game, but of college football on the day, picked off his first of 3 passes and went 53 yards for a touchdown. So Jake Fromm, big mistake number 1, throwing off his back foot and trying to throw a ball 25 yards off his back foot. Didn't get enough on it, and obviously it could be seen and telegraphed for Mukwamu to pick it off and go 53 yards for the touchdown. South Carolina blocked a field goal of 53 yards. Not a lot of college kickers are reliable from 53 yards out, but Rodrigo Blankenship is one of the best in the business, and that kick was blocked. So the offensive line in this special team situation did not get the job done. Mark another mistake down for Georgia as the field goal was blocked from 53 yards out. Jake Fromm not riding the center long enough on the RPO play. They're down to at this point, this is to start the fourth quarter, they're down to the South Carolina 30-yard line. They're down 17-10, so it's obviously a crucial possession. There's probably only 3 to 4 possessions left in the game offensively for Georgia. Fromm missed exchange with the center, fumbles. That's his second turnover. South Carolina recovers. Next mistake, miscommunication between Fromm and Matt Landers on the right sideline. Landers curled in. Fromm threw it out. That guy, Mukwamu, picked off another pass. Another key possession as Georgia was inside the South Carolina 35-yard line, looking to score, down 17-10 at that point. To Fromm's credit, he led a 96-yard drive with the game on the line to tie the score at 17. After South Carolina missed the field goal with 40 seconds left, Georgia had the opportunity to win it. Mistake by the offensive line, or mistake by the backfield, actually on this one, an illegal shift moved the ball from the South Carolina 38 to the 43. It negated a 55-yard field goal try. Not that Georgia would have definitely made it, but Rodrigo Blankenship, again, one of the best in the business, did not have the opportunity from 55 to win the game, so maybe on an illegal shift, Georgia does not get the opportunity at the end of regulation to win the game. We move to overtime. Tyler Simmons loses concentration, thinks about where he's going to run with the football. The ball basically hits him right in the face mask, right into the hands. Perfect pass by Jake Fromm. He drops it, and it drops right into the arms of, you guessed it, Israel Mukwamu, who intercepted the pass. So that was not Fromm's fault. On that particular play, Tyler Simmons drops the football. It turns into an interception on the first possession of overtime. Georgia dodged a bullet because Parker White missed from, about 45 yards. So Parker White misses. We go to a second overtime. The possession by Georgia was pretty pathetic. Deandre Swift, one of the best backs in the business, and running behind what is supposed to be the best offensive line in the business, 0 yards in a crucial situation. Yes, it's just one running play, but you need to win. You just gave up a field goal. You need to score to win and score the touchdown to win, kick the field goal to extend the game to a third overtime, and you get 0 yards on first down out of Deandre Swift and the best offensive line supposedly in college football. Next two passes, Jake Fromm can't hit the two receivers. One of them could have been caught. And so out of your senior quarterback, you get two incompletions. One of them hit off a wide receiver's hands. Jake Fromm, 28 of 51, 3 interceptions. The first one, definitely his fault as he tried to do too much. The second one, difficult to tell as the receiver broke inside. He threw it outside. Miscommunication. Third Fromm interception, definitely not his fault as he hit Tyler Simmons right in the face mask with the ball, and he lost concentration, didn't catch the ball. Of course, then you turn the game over to extend the game to a third overtime to one of the best kickers in the country, Rodrigo Blankenship, as I've stated about 5 times in this video, and he misses from 42 yards. So what we have seen here is mistakes by a senior quarterback, mistakes by the offensive line. Mistakes by a defense and not forcing turnovers, or not necessarily mistakes, but not being aggressive enough. A blown coverage or just a cornerback getting duped in Devad Wilson on the first touchdown by Brian Edwards. Wide receivers not making plays in the passing game. That adds up to a Georgia loss unexpectedly against South Carolina. They've got Florida in 2 weeks. That will be the game of the year you would expect in the SEC Eastern Division. Would love your thoughts on Georgia football. South Carolina fans, I know I focused on the Dogs, but certainly chime in with your thoughts about Will Muschamp's first win over an AP Top 25 team, the program's first win over a Top 25 team since going back to 2014. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all those good things for us to help us build the channel at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, and we will see you with more analysis coming very soon.